Hello, Requin87, and welcome to the start of something new. So we've been sampling a lot of things over the channel the past few weeks, and so I thought it was about time we did a bit of a longer playthrough, and I have picked this little gem, Gladiator Guild Manager, for which we will be diving into for the next half a dozen episodes or so. So this game, as is entirely given away by the title, is about managing your own gladiatorial guild. So you recruit and fight gladiators in what is a fantasy setting. So you can get dwarfy type of things, elf type of things, orky type of things. You'll see as we get into it. It is currently in early access, as you see by the version here, we're still at 0.743.1. And so, still in early access, still being developed. So with that caveat, there's always the potential that it gets some update mid-run that kind of breaks our game. So not envisaging a complete playthrough, but we'll go for a fair few weeks and see where we come out. So let us dive into a new game. We'll just probably leave things as they are, stick on normal. There's two very different ways to play this game actually. You can play your standard setup where if your gladiators fall in combat, they just need to be healed and then you get them back. Or you can stick on permadeath, and that significantly changes the game because gladiators die a lot, or fall a lot. Even in fights where you are ultimately victorious, generally you're going to have a couple of people hit the deck. So that's it. It becomes a very different experience. You also have some random gladiators, but we are not going to do it. And yeah, we'll stick true blue. Let's dive in.
So, you're the new guild owner, I hear. Welcome to Deadwoods.
Okay, yes, what happened to the previous owner?
Turns out he didn't have the stomach for this kind of thing. But left a few buildings we can make use of. Take a look around.
Perfect.
Anyway, I'm Slim, your guild assistant. Let me give you a heads up. Gladiator championships are organized at the start of each month.
So obviously you've got your days along the top, and as he says, once a month you get to fight in the big championships, and in the meantime you pick up little fights and events along the way.
Then there's the old arena named the Ring of Death. We can join the action there each week. They organize a variety of different fight types. And lastly, the Deadwoods has its fair share of problems. Bandits, beasts, feral undead. So expect to be contacted and asked for deadly gladiator services outside of the arena.
Great, let's get into it. So, just before we get in and look at our gladiators, the rest of the UI. So you have three factions, which he alluded to there. You've got kind of the peasants, nobility, and the necromancer, and they will come and give you quests, and there's quest chains for each of those. And doing a quest will obviously involve a fight, and that will usually also give you a positive reputation with whoever you're doing the quest for, but may also have some negative connotations with other factions. Again, we'll look at that as we go along. If we jump into our guild, so this is what we have at the minute. We've got a tavern, a barrack, so that's for knights, a berserker hut for, unsurprisingly, berserkers, that's your orcs, and an archery range for archers. You can upgrade all these buildings using materials, you can see up here, and upgrading buildings will allow your gladiators to gain experience faster and also to have more items, which you can look at later on. Currently we can have, but do not have the ability to build because we don't have stuff, is a fire tower and a taming hall for wargs. Each different class needs its own building. And then of course we have our reviving temple. So the interesting thing about gladiators when they revive, it's on a per level basis. So the higher the level, the longer it takes for them to come back. So you don't notice it at the beginning, but it really starts to bite later on, but you can upgrade that as well. And lastly, we have a number of gladiators available. So this is your kind of pool of gladiators down here. Obviously, we don't have any at the minute. We can have up to 4. And again, a pool of items over here, and we can have up to 12 at the minute. And again, spend some money to upgrade that and get more slots. All fairly straightforward. Let's start looking at the gladiator market because we need to get ourselves some gladiators. So gladiators they're kind of randomly generated. You get some base ones, and you can very quickly see over the different price ranges what might be a good gladiator and a bad gladiator. So in this guy's only going to cost us 60, whereas this chap's going to cost us 225. And if you look, it's probably because he doesn't have any good perks. He probably has a bad perk. There you go. So he's a smoker, so loses stamina. So that fluctuates how much they're going to cost. I would like to pick up maybe an archer to get us started. I might jump straight with level 2. I'll probably get some good wins. Yeah, I'm okay with her. She seems pretty reasonable. Just check that the ones don't have any good perks that would be worth it. No. Alright, so let's pick you up. And then we'll probably pick up this guy. Ooh, don't like that. Don't like that at all. So maybe we'll just pick up a knight. One knight? One knight for just now? Probably. Let us look at our guild. Can we build a warg den? Can. Alright, we'll do that. And then we'll pick up a dog. So you... Gladiator has no ear slave. Interesting. Every time you healed, you get agility buffed and fast wits. Right, we'll get you XP faster. Perfecto. Right, so let's jump into fight and we can talk a bit more about Gladiator. So once a week you get to pick a fight in the Ring of Death. 4 types available. Very self-explanatory, and essentially you've got to beat them all before they will refresh. So let's maybe just start with a few versus 1, something nice and simple. So this is an auto battler, so you have your gladiators, you can pick them, you equip them, you upgrade, you level them up. You do not control them in the fight. So we've got our knight, who is a tank essentially. We've got a warg who's fast and very good at going for the backliner, and we've got an archer who is high damage from range, obviously very squishy. We should be okay against one level 3 archer. She might injure us. Ah, that's okay, she went for the knight. I was a fool. Perfect. So they all have some innate attacking properties, but you can tweak that. But maybe we'll look at that in the next fight. So when you win, we get ourselves a loot box essentially, which you open for some stuff, and we've also picked up a consumable. So if we give it to Gladiator for the next fight, increase movement. Right, lovely jubbly. And then you kind of just have to wait until the Ring of Death becomes available again. Or if you have events or championships pop up. Ah, here we go.
If some of your gladiators die, don't worry. Temple of Revival sits with...
Okay, yeah, we know about that. So, I'll just say neat. But you can also pay these blue crystals. They're like mana crystals. You can pay to revive people out of, at any time if you can't be bothered waiting for the temple, or if you need them for a specific fight. So there's always ways around it. And every so often you see the gladiator market and the item market will refresh. So you'll see that, yeah, we now have some orcs we can play with. Actually, no, everyone will have shunted down a level, and we get new people up at the top. And also some people aren't available for as long. You're super cheap. You must have something terrible with you. Yeah, that's bad. I would quite like to pick up an orc, but I don't have the monies. Okay, we'll just have to wait. Hopefully our fight will kick in before he disappears. Yeah, we'll hold off looking at the gladiators and stuff until we get a level up, and then we can talk about this skills. Right, Ring of Death is available. Let's go 1v1, 2v2, 3v2. Let's try 3v3. Now this could... Early fights are very hit and miss because you just don't know what the other person's coming with, nor what levels. Now these are all level 1, so we're in a pretty good place. So they've got a macer, which is obviously melee, bludgeoning person. They've got crossbow, which is ranged, and then they have a healer. So what I'm going to do is probably this. And then you can do priority points, which means I can now click on my warg and tweak who they're going to attack. So by default, your wargs go for ranged enemies first, then support, then fighter. And so I can tweak that, tweak global settings, or I can just tweak essentially what they're doing for this fight. I'm saying actually your priority first off is to go after this lady. Actually no, I have a better plan. I'm going to leave you on your set priority and you're going to attack the ranged guy first. This is good. You, however, I would like you to start off by killing... yeah, we'll kill some support people to begin with. Like, just do that. Kill her. Done. So she doesn't heal people, and you are just normal. You essentially attack who's near you. That's fine. We'll go for the mace. We can also turn on the gladiator info, which I will for this fight, and you'll see icons above them showing what attacks, etc. they are going to do. So each gladiator has 2 abilities. Oh no, you didn't go for the crossbow, man. This upsets me. I'm not entirely sure why that's the case, but okay. Looks like we're going to come out ahead, but as you can see, our archer did indeed fall in this fight. So had we have permadeath on, she would be permanently dead. And as as you get further in the game, the fights get bigger. You know, you lose gladiators all the time. It becomes very difficult to keep them alive, even when you're winning. All right, more stuff. Minor health potion, jolly good. Collect items and continue. So as you can see, she is healed. Sorry, she's being healed, and when she goes green bar all the way around, she will be fit as a fiddle. And as you can see, we can increase the speed at which we revive them by upgrading our temple. If only we had some more wood.
Some half-wit peasants have blocked the graveyard, preventing my necromancers from performing their work. I beseech you, gladiators, to clear the way.
So our local friendly high necromancer wants us to help out clearing some peasants. So if we complete this, he'll give us 40 gold and 25 approval. We get to choose then either 60 more gold or 1 mana crystal, boots or a ring. But the peasants will be annoyed with us a little bit. But we're going to do it anyway. But we can do a little bit. Sometimes if you do the dialogue, you actually unlock different things. Not always, but sometimes.
The usual reason. Superstitious nonsense. They claim that raising the dead is a sacrilege, or something to that effect. Dead meat is dead meat. Once the soul forsakes the flesh, my church has rights to that meat. Besides, would they rather send their own children to guard the borders?
Why do we need dead bodies to guard the borders?
Yes, I send dozens of undead each month to the borders. This blighted district just had to reside at the very edge with the Tyrell Kingdom.
Bet our neighbours love that.
They better. If they don't like it, they can learn how to raise the dead themselves. Those are the private matters of the church, young one.
Alright, he seems like a perfectly lovable person. Let's thrash them to pieces. Alright, we've got 2 of them. These guys aren't very good, although you might counter our warg. Our knight should be able to see his way through. Bish bash bosh. So the grey bar underneath you can see is their stamina, and they need that to obviously conduct their attacks and use their abilities. If stamina runs out, you see he just stands around doing nothing until it recharges. So it is quite dangerous to run out of stamina. We did win just by the skin of our teeth, to be fair. And now our doggy dog is down.
That will give them something else to scream about.
So we get to pick. I don't think we need mana crystals, so I'll take the monies. And yeah, let's grab some boots. We don't have anyone which uses intelligence, and we can look at items. So let us. Well, let's just do 2 things. First, I'm going to grab our 4th gladiator, which is going to be this guy. Buy him, not pack. There we go. 4 gladiators. Lovely. Then let's look at our gladiators and show how items and essentially upgrades work. So this guy, these are generic stats anyway, but movement speed by 2 and stamina by 40. I might put... I mean, movement of a dog is always good, but maybe we'll have our knight just move a bit quicker. Plus, he's the only one alive right now. So, again, these are item slots. Currently, there's 2 available. If I upgraded my knight building, I would unlock the rest of them. And that's your consumable slot. You can have 1 consumable per fight. For their abilities, obviously he has 2. He's got a melee attack and a shield block. And really quite handy. They have this almost highlighted bit about the damage, and this shows you how it's calculated. So it's essentially his strength times 2 plus his agility times 7. So more, it also shows you if you're going to upgrade this guy when he levels up, agility is going to increase his damage. He then has his shield block, and that is predominantly based on strength with a little bit of agility. So you can then see the balance of, okay, where do I want to spend the points on this guy. And agility ever so slightly impacts his execution time there. And all the gladiators have the same for all their abilities. You see again, he's, for example, the Berserker here, very strength heavy on the offense, but the punch I think is agility, a bit more balanced, but yeah. So there's again a balance to be said about which stats you really want to boost, and most places it's a balance. Not too many are just single stat dumps. Right, let us trundle on. Every so often you will see also they have a little sale symbol, and you can get things at half price. So it's always a good idea to keep out for that. And really, we're just waiting until the Ring of Death becomes available again, and our gladiators are good to go back in it. This little orange star is quite handy. Tells you you've modified the priority points, so that you don't forget, and they appear to be doing strange things you didn't ask them to. I haven't actually looked at the bank yet. You can buy and sell materials. That's actually, I think, has been added since the last time I started a run. Nice to see. Alright, let's go fight. So I see these two we've completed, so we can't do them again until we have done everything. Let's go one-on-one. Everyone's alive. We should have enough choice to make a counter. We're against a crossbowman. To be honest, our archer could probably just take him. She's got tons of health. And her damage does 103. Her arrow does 103. Your arrow does 138, which isn't, it's something. But I think we would win in a fight. Alternatively, we could go Warg, because you'll see on their crossbow, his range is infinite, but his minimum range is 1.3. Now, don't ask me exactly what 1.3 alludes to, but essentially it means if someone is in melee range, he cannot use that crossbow shot and is going to be reliant on his punch instead. So do you know what? Let's give our dog a chance to shine. Just make sure he's got enough health, plenty, to withstand at least one shot to the face, because that's probably going to happen. So go Wargy Warg Boy. So he had his shot off because he started already, and now you see he's going to be only using his punch because the dog is too close. And it's easy street. Nice little victory for a warg, a little bit of XP, and more stuff for a guild. Alright, let us trundle on. So some new people in the Gladiator market, and a bit more help.
The blighted half-wits are at it again, interrupting our raising rituals. Have you ever seen what a half-baked ghoul looks like? We had to bash his demented brains in as a mercy. Now, I would like you to do the same to those peasants.
Killing peasants, certainly. So I'll not bother going down all the chat route, just for the sake of experience and getting more fighting done in the episodes. But yeah, I'd recommend do it yourself if you are playing the game. So let's just say no problem and dive on into a fight. Right, so stabby face, and she throws knives and things, but I think really just go pretty easy. Couple of our melee guys, and we'll stick an archer at the back. Don't have to think about it too much. We're just going to overpower these fools. Like so. Oh, I say as my orc gets killed. Lovely. I was actually surprised he went down there, but there we go. It's better. Oh, I need to select my awards. Again, just give me the money, and then strength, or... No, I don't want intelligence. We don't have any mages, so strength it is. And since you are surviving, you may have the privilege of having an axe, so it feels a bit more orky than knighty, but... to the victors the spoils? I believe goes the saying. So I would quite like to upgrade my gladiator slots, which I can very much do. Because there's half-price gladiator market coming up, and it might be might behoove us to pick up a few more gladiators. What's our wages currently? 34. Easy peasy. Right, quick fast speed, and we'll go for a fight in an arena. So the last one we have, it's 2v2. Oh, okay, crossbow boys. I think this will work. And I'm going to mess around with your party points and say, target him. And I'm going to mess around with your party points and say, hey, also target him. So we should get him knocked out ASAP, and then we'll melee lock this guy with our dog. Now she may go down if she gets soul targeted, but she did not. Perfect. Interesting that he can still use his ranged ability when in melee. just can't use it at the dog. Ooh. So we get a higher tier of unlockable here, or of lootable, sorry. But in the end, more stuff. More gold, more resources, intelligence ring, and a strength potion. Alright. Jolly good. Crack on. Oh, we've got a championship coming up, so let's have a look at some more gladiators. And as you can see, some of them are on offer. 25% is pretty good. Before this, can I build the Pyromaniac's place? Fire tower. I can. Beautiful. Can I get a cheap Pyromancer? You are heavy smoker. You don't really want to picking up ones and negative traits, but you are not. I will pick you up. I would like another archer, but apparently I'm poor. That's really good. Stamina recovers 4% faster. Yes, please. And you can reorder your people, although frustrating, they don't. You can also drag and drop, but we don't. It's not like we slot in and everything shuffles. It's a straight swap, so it can be a little bit irksome at points. I best keep some money for my wages, so I'll not spend any more. But also importantly, Iron Fang here, our fast wits doggy dog, has leveled up. So we can choose how to spend his points. Now, Iron Fang here has a bite, which is mainly strength, with a little bit of agility. And he has a dodge, which is all agility. So you can kind of go fairly even spread for these two. And again, health, stamina, all that good stuff. I'm going to say, and you get five clicks of buttons. I'm going to put a little bit into stamina. I'd probably like a bit more damage to get over the 100 mark. And you probably do need dodge to survive a little bit better. Alright, we'll bring it up to say 12. 120 damage, 73 dodge. I'm okay with that. I certainly don't know exactly what the meta is for each of the builds, but you know, that makes sense to me. I'm going to hold off on this event until we've done the championship, because there's a good chance we're going to get beaten up a little bit. But see, you have a bit of time for that, so it's not a problem. And I will hold off on our Ring of Death as well until we've done the championship. Pay my wages. I'm a very poor gladiatorial man. I think that's the official Roman title for it. Okay, so now we're into the championships. So these are a series of fights. So this first one in the graveyard, because where else are you going to have a gladiatorial combat, is 5 rounds. So we have to win all 5 rounds to win. Well, actually, you don't have to win all 5 rounds, but you've got to win. You've got to get through to the end with enough gladiators left. So I think you can actually fail 3 of the rounds and still technically win. You just don't get as good a prize. But if you win all 5 rounds, you get the 3 gold cups, and you're the champion of the arena. So that's what we're going to be aiming to for. Essentially, each time you'll be offered 3 choices. I suppose, broadly speaking, easy, medium, and hard. And they very kindly give you a skull rating to show the difficulty. So actually, these two are the same difficulty, and also the reward. So, you know, average, better, best. Call we all 3 tiers. This one being the highest. So I think we can take on 3 wargs pretty happily. We're just going to drop in probably our melee people. Yeah, I don't really want to put an archer in. And we'll do a straight up fight, and we should come out ahead, given that we are at a higher level than all these guys. Bish bash bosh. Only don't want to double team the orc, because if he doesn't go down, he gets his full health back, and if he does go down, obviously he's unavailable for the next rounds. Next fight, a single bludgeoner. I don't think that's a problem. 800 health's a lot, but even so. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're going to accept this. And I'm going to grab my Knigget, and I'm going to give him a minor health potion. And I stand him up, and then we're going to double archer as the kind of DPS people here. You seem to be running away from my Knigget. Stop that. How rude. That was fine though. Alright, so we lost a level 1 archer. She's now going to have to sit out. But Curtis the Anvil, he got himself upgraded. Excellent. I usually favour these guys to be a bit more tanky. So I will. Well, your strength's already massive. Right, let's see what. Let's put your agility up so you're hitting them for over 100. That's just good. And then I'll give you a little bit more health and a little bit more strength. You can block a lot of stuff. I like it. Right, next round. So we've got 3 more to go. Triple crossbow, triple threat. Or we could go 1 archer, 1 knight, which is definitely doable. I'm going to go middle row just because there's a couple more fights to come and I don't want to inadvertently lose some gladiators. Much to my chagrin. Now, do I just want to send in my 2 melee guys? I'm tempted to put my pyro here for a little bit of XP. Although she may just be sniped in the face by the archer. Which is what tends to happen. Now let's do it. Let's go this. We'll double melee. Easy peasy. Warg goes for archer. Everyone's a winner apart from Team Red. There we go. Excellent. 2 more to go. Double crossbowman. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Wargy boy's going to go up there. Lock down Mr. Number 2. Down here, put in Kurtles because he's got good blocking power. And then I suppose we'll put Archer down here. Pyro gets no love. Pyro gets no love. Just to be very, see if he's very squishy. She's probably going to go down if we're not careful here. Yeah. Oh! Held on by the skin of my teeth. That's one thing, and we are changing the way systems work, and there was a massive rebalance of characters, so we are working on it. Maybe it's one thing we look at about locking down ranged characters so they can't use their range ability when anyone's in melee combat, because I do find, and I have found to date, that all my backliners tend to get knocked down. Let's say, even when you're pinning this guy, he was taking crossbow shots at our archer. Early access, things change. Okay, last fight. Spear guy, princess. Let's just do it, man. Let's go hard. Nice purple things. Let's go throw a war to go round. Yeah, why not? Pyro. Pyro sounds fun. And then min 1.2. Maybe just our knight. And then sure, let's say. Oh no, come back. Oh well, for a couple of things. First off. What I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. You should have that ring. Because intelligence is the stat for your magic people. And let's give Curtis some strength. I'm fairly liberal with spending consumables because otherwise we just clog my inventory and they're not worth much money. Right, go get her. Get a warg. Good explosion. Okay, support goes down. Oh, how rude. Yeah, I think some kind of engagement or zone of control would be very useful because, as you can see there again, he just bypassed my front line and stabbed my back liner, which is irritating. We got carrots, some money, some iron, and a whole bunch more stuff. Ooh, a bow. Arrowhead of Frost. Project damage against frozen targets is increased. So this is where you get interesting synergies. So obviously you could give that to your archer, and then you'd have to have an ice mage or something to really make it work. It's interesting the way those things kind of work together. Alright, and there we have it. First championship knockdown. We are awesome. Why not? Let's go help raising the dead. So you want us to fight 4 people? We have 4?
More peasants' blood and teach them the price.
Yeah, it should be okay.
With matters of the church.
Let's give this a go. So we're going to put our 4 alive gladiators in. You can have a bow, because that seems very fitting, doesn't it? I mean, I could give you that. It's going to make absolutely no difference right now. What have we got? We've got some peeps. We're going to go back here and, yeah. Please start focusing on support and ranged. And you should be doing likewise. Good lad. We could make you go even faster. Why not? It's only a carrot. Have it. And sure, I'll do it. Why are you targeting him? That was... There we go. Oh, our orc has done poorly here. And we're going to come out ahead, that's not a problem. Oh, she leveled up as well. Excellent. There we go.
Now we'll see if they feel like doing any more peaceful protesting.
So, I see we've now gone up to friendly with this necromancer. And we've dropped down still neutral with the people, the peasantry. Again, I want the money and... such difficult choices. I'll do that. Right on. Iron Fang has leveled up again. He's getting work done. I did want... I'm going to work on your agility a little bit because I would like you to dodge probably 100 points worth of stuff. And then we'll have to work on your strength. Get that up. Arrow Girl. So, balance, strength, and agility for damage. Accuracy is all down agility. So, and dodge is agility. So really you're going pretty much not quite a pure agility because you get slightly more bang for your buck. But I do focus certainly on agility early doors, just to get the accuracy up. I also like to give them a little bit of health because, like I say, we get targets in the back and they are pretty squishy. All right, we can just roll straight into a third fight. So 4 of these are now completed, so we can go create new battle choices, and we get essentially the same thing again. We've got 3 gladiators, 3 on 3. Now, the only downside actually is we get no choice, so maybe let's do a 2 on 2. And that way we can better counter and we're not just forced to play the people that we have. I think this is a good lineup. Yes, you. Curtis here should have a shield. So what can I get rid of? Perhaps this. Yeah, and we can give our axe to our orc until we level up some of our other buildings, which we probably could do now, although we're a little light on wood, but we could buy it now that they have a bank implemented in the game. Alright, go fight. So Ward can take care of Granny, and our Curtis here will take care of this. Oh, maybe Tia's Knight. He's proving tough. Should be okay once we got a Ward behind him as well, and his stamina's, yeah, almost gone. So I think we got him. Good job, team. Victory! Okay, open the green box. Stamina, gold, wood. Thank you very much. Probably haven't explained it and probably should. Once we have completed this graveyard, so 5 out of 5, 3 cups for us, we unlock the next championship, in which case is the farm, and that's kind of how you progress amongst the map and onto kind of the final victory. So end of next month we can choose to, we can go back to graveyard, or we can go visit the farm instead. And obviously, as you go, they get harder and harder. You're already blocking quite a lot, so let's maybe go one doot there, some doots there, and let's scooch more stamina. Sounds good to me. Money's looking alright. Upgrades. We can indeed upgrade our barracks. Let us do that. Good. Item slots is okay. I would like to upgrade you. 45 wood. How expensive is wood? 50. Sure. Let's do that, just so we're healing people a little faster. So it's fallen from 2 to 1.6 days per level. So our level 3 would go from 6 days to 4.8. Alright, that's a something, I'll take that. Right, we are getting very close to the end of the video, so why don't we say to us one more fight. But let's do one more event, and then we'll call that a day.
A group of unsatisfied peasant vandals have burnt down a windmill. I need you to bring them to justice.
Man, no one is liking the peasants at the minute, but sure, yeah, we'll do that. If it pays coin, my gladiators will do it. So, 4 on 3, a bit more challenging. They are a bit squishy though, so I want my defender. I think I'm going to try this. They're going to group up, so hopefully our pyro can do wonderful things. Curtis here. I'm going to give him a bit more health. and let's try this. Go on, Pyro. Beautiful, nice AoE. Yeah, pretty happy how this has gone. Go on, stay Curtis. Excellent.
I knew gladiators would come in handy for these sort of tasks.
Of course we do. Your coin comes in handy as well. So here's a question. If I went to the bank, 5 stone is worth 90 gold. So technically, that's just worth more. Okay. Health and agility, or just a massive sword? I do like massive swords. But no, let's go health and agility. We'll give that to our archer. That'll come in nicely. Okay, so this is where we're going to wrap up for this first episode. But before we close out, the most important thing, which I need to mention, is the fact that, oh yes, all your gladiators are completely renameable. So, if you're interested in becoming a gladiator on our fair adventure, do drop a comment in the comment section below with which gladiator you'd like. I've got 2 archers, 1 warg, an orc, a pyro, and a knigget. Yeah, just shout out and I'll happily get you guys involved and do my best not to get you horribly murdered, but you know, no promises. As ever, I have been Requin87. Do check in the description below for links to my YouTube and Twitch channel if you want to see more stuff like this and like other things. And as I have to say thank you to our hosts, WeBleedPixels. Do go check out the rest of their YouTube channel and also their website, WeBleedPixels.com, where we do news, reviews, and all sorts of cool gaming stuff. Hope you have enjoyed it, and I will catch you all next time.